Welcome back to today's video. In today's video, I'm making my prediction for the 2024 governor's race. And so before today's video, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and like the video for more content just like this. And so we have our 2024 governor's race here. Basically, approximately 10 seats up here for grabs for the governor's race. Obviously, this will not affect Congress, but it does expand each of the states' influence in their individual states. And so let's start off here with the state of Montana. In the state of Montana, you do see that the Republican here has a 22-point lead here in these polls. And also take a look at the state of Utah. The governor here, who I believe is an incumbent probably, Cox has a 21 to 40 percentage point lead here. Quite a big lead here. So we're going to go ahead and give the state of Montana and the state of Utah in the safe column. Donald Trump will end up winning these states by pretty large margins. And so I think that will transfer to some down ballot effects. And so let's also go ahead and give the state of Washington to to Ferguson rather. Ferguson is currently ahead by 12 percentage points. And so I do believe that this state will go to the Democrats here in the likely margin. Following after that, let's take a look at the state of North Dakota, a heavily Republican state. Armstrong in this poll is at by 30 percentage points. Donald Trump will win this state by a pretty big margin as well. Moving on from there, in the state of Missouri there, you do see here that you have Keo ahead by 16 percentage points approximately, so he will win this state here. The person will win the state in the safe margin. And then you have the state of Indiana. Currently, you have Braun ahead by approximately 9 percentage points. So we will go ahead and put this state in the likely column, not in the lean column necessarily, but in the likely column here for the Republicans. Sorry, 9 percentage points, I will go in the safe column. I think that he will be a little bit underestimated in the polling data due to the fact that Donald Trump will be at the top of the ballot. I think that he's going to be underestimated slightly. So I think it's going to go in the safe column. And by the way, guys, this is my final governor's prediction. I have never actually done a governor's prediction. But you do see here that you have Robinson here, who will end up losing. He's going to come crashing down here. I believe that it will go to the Democrats here, pretty much in the safe margin, technically. Pretty much in the safe margin. Democrats are going to end up winning in this state here. Moving on from there, the state of West Virginia there. Joe Manchin, who's the senator, obviously is retiring. Now you have the governor here, Marizzi, who will end up winning there in the safe margin here. Moving on from there, let's take a look at the state of Vermont. In the state of Vermont, obviously Bernie Sanders' home state. He is a senator. Bernie Sanders will end up winning in this state. Not Bernie Sanders, but Scott rather will end up winning by 28 percentage points. The Republican here, very interesting here in this particular state. And you do see very much of a disparity here. Similar, for instance, like the state of Montana in 2012 and 2018, which voted to the left of the nation when Jon Tester was the senator. Similarly, you're seeing in Vermont, you're seeing a great disparity between the Senate elections where Bernie Sanders ends up winning by pretty big margins compared to the governor's election where the Republican will most likely end up winning. Moving on from there, let's take a look here at the state of Delaware. In the state of Delaware here, Joe Biden's home state, we do see here that Meyer is ahead by 19 percentage points. He will probably end up winning here. The person will end up winning here in the safe margin. Moving on from there, let's go ahead and give the state of New Hampshire. Now, New Hampshire is the only state that's really competitive here. This is going to be actually my only prediction, I think, that's going to matter in terms of these states. The other states are fairly obvious for who they're going to vote for. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to get at least 90% accuracy minimum, since these states are pretty obvious for where they're going to go for. And we only have 10 seats up for toss-up. But New Hampshire is going to be a critical one. Currently, you do see here that the Republican here is ahead currently by 2.5 percentage points. Now, I don't necessarily think that Donald Trump's going to lose the state by that big of a margin. Also, I think Kamala Harris as well. I think that she's, relatively speaking, she's going to win this state by a pretty small margin, I think. And so I think that Ayoto, it will be helped quite a lot here. Ayoto, I believe that's how you pronounce his name there, will end up winning here. So I think that he will end up winning here. This state in the tilt margin. I'll put in the tilt margin just to be a little bit safe here. And so this is my prediction here. You have the Republican here at 8 seats, the Democrat at 3 seats, and I believe this is how you pronounce his name, Ayoto. That might be wrong. I would not take that at face value. But this is the prediction here. You have the Republicans here at 8 seats, Democrats at 3 seats, taking Delaware, North Carolina, and Washington. Not that the number of seats necessarily matters, since each state is going to be independent of each other. And this is obviously different compared to a Senate election, where the states are going to obviously be influencing each other through congressional votes and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter what the numbers are in terms of the 8-3 or anything like that. But this is my prediction here, my final prediction here for the governor's race. I have never released a governor's prediction, but this will be my prediction. New Hampshire is definitely going to be a very, very close one here. I think that this is the really only governor election that is really going to matter, because of the other states just seem to be extremely slanted and partisan toward either political candidate. So really the big prediction that will really determine whether or not I was accurate is going to be the state of New Hampshire. But write down in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with this final prediction for the governor's race. This is my final prediction for the governor's race. Write down in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And I'll see you in the next video.